have concerns, of course we do that. Some things deeply wrong. Many people fear the future and are mad that other people have priorities we do not share. I love my wife and children more than people on the street. That seems to me a valid form of tribalism, providing that attempts at loving my neighbors is made. But loving noisy neighbors who don't have fine arts degrees is harder than my busy life allows. It's easier ignoring them and mocking them behind their backs. But Jesus and a poet said we must love one another or die. While dying is inevitable, love at times seems optional. It isn't true, of course, but love is often hard when we disagree about, oddly enough, inessential differences. We need to pull together, we say, but those guys over there, something about them, I don't want to pull together with them. In this way, love is unnecessarily decreased. The future seems dire, and we're further angered by those guys over there who are a little bit not like us, and therefore we hate their fucking guts. They're not pulling their weight. They're not pulling together with us. We need to pull together against them. Carelessly I mentioned that a poet once wrote, we must love one another or die. Later he came to regret the writing of that poem and started writing different sorts of lines, such as thousands have lived without love. Not one without water. Later, when he did allow the poem to be reprinted, he changed the line to read, we must love one another and die, which renders the line meaningless or more charitably inscrutable. But he had every right to change it, though people today prefer the version with the original line, we must love one another or die. It's a difficult topic. Everyone more or less agrees the world could use a little more love. Even Celine Dion has a song called Let's Talk About Love. And what she says about it isn't wrong. There are people around the world, different faces, different names, but there's one true emotion that reminds me we're the same. When we say we're the same, what we mean is we have things in common. We eat and sleep, prefer While this is true, it seems to miss the point because our similarities are not what unite us, our antipathies do. There are people that we hate. That'll always be the case. Sometimes hate is right when I hate an evil person, but sometimes hate is wrong when I quarrel with my wife. I shouldn't have a raging secret hatred in my heart when she didn't show appreciation for the special thing I did for her. Diduburu vara melo vodim. Minimizing my resentment for my wife's achievable as long as I forgive as many faults as are conceivable, as long as I can be convinced her point of view's believable. A marriage is a little map that's meant to be reweavable. But if we don't believe in weaving, then the mat's not feasible. Be-doo. Vila de la bola di bu di be di va do divin Bezu vela oh hard to respond to the world directly. Pretty much everywhere stuff is going on I disapprove of. Unfortunately, decisions are being made in places I do not go and by people I do not know. Nor do I understand how such choices are made. How should one proceed? Write music, ensure that there's peace in my family, show concern, offer help. I witness someone being harmed. Seems pretty complicated. Faced with unsolvable complexity, I tend to retreat into thinking. Think about the nature of complexity. Think about how hard it is for individuals to make a difference. Friends or family have fought, not wanting to allow discord to increase in the world. I intervene. What's going on here? Listen to Steve. Feel empathy, show solidarity. Listen to Simon, Steve's enemy. Feel empathy, show solidarity. Afterwards, make an analysis, make recommendations, take actions, analyze the consequences of the action. Consult with Steve and Simon about the analysis of the consequences of the action. Make further analysis, make more recommendations, make more actions. Do you think it's working? Do Steve and Simon look like they are ready to bury the hatchet? Analyze their response, do actions. Take a break. Find a way to not not think about it when an instinct to think about it arises. Hope that your work is appreciated and has amounted to something. Peace in the world between Simon and Steve. Policy makers, with your unenviable task, thank you for making the difficult choices. Even if I don't agree with what you're doing, I'm at least pleased there are qualified people to make the very difficult choices. I'd rather not have to make myself. Who do we tax? Where do we put that bridge? Which government agency needs more money, and which agency needs less? You do that, I'll do this. animals on the TV. A beautiful and well-intentioned documentary. Animals. Most of the noble, few of the loathsome character traits that are present in people are present in them. It's easy to feel empathy for animals. They live in balance with their surroundings, and that balance is threatened by human behavior. Habitat destruction, natural resource development. Look at the screen at the image of a sad-looking orangutan or penguin and feel love for them and their human-like desires, much like Celine Dion sang that song about. But when the show is over, there is a sandwich, there is a poem, there is pornography I'd like to look at, and I forget about animals. But we need not despair that our egocentrism will prevent us from doing the right thing. The right thing will eventually be done. Too late for some, too early for others. In other words, as a result of compromise, which always involves doing stuff we don't wanna do regrettably, and acknowledging that the things we thought we'd get are unattainable, and that nevertheless that life goes on. Feeling empathy for a whale on television is the beginning of a very long journey that'll hopefully end in them being protected from humans. Let's not panic. If the plan's not perfect, let's not panic. When the plan's not perfect, please don't panic. I was preparing to start the ending of the piece, I reviewed what I had written so far. One line does jump out at me as needing to be corrected, and this correction will bring the piece to an end. Earlier I said it wasn't similarities that unite us, it's our antipathies that unite us, which is exaggerated and unnecessarily cynical thing for me to say. It may be true that we define ourselves and come together through expressing disapproval and outrage, which is a human tendency, but we also possess the capacity for empathic collective behavior. Yes, it feels like civilization isn't meeting expectations, and systems designed to help and unite us aren't performing optimally. Some leaders aren't responsibly suggesting necessary improvements. So while we're waiting for our leaders to tell us where they'll lead us, let's agree it's good to be hopeful. And if someone has good ideas, let's agree to try them out. And if it does not work, we can try something else. Our problems have solutions. The solutions are presumably known.